Alright, so if you guys don't know, Borderlands 4 was announced some months back. We got the release date. They've updated the release date to, I believe, when is the new release date actually? Let me see this. New release date. When was the new release date? 12th of September is the new release date. It used to be August something, I think. Now it's the 12th of September. I think with GTA 6 being announced that they're delaying GTA 6 for another year, I guess they updated their release date for Borderlands 4. As you guys know, if you don't know, I'm a very big Borderlands fan. I'm a fan of the franchise. I've played every single one. Borderlands 4 is a game that I was gonna get regardless, based on me being a fan of Borderlands. But it's not a game that I had or have high expectations for, simply because of how they've been treating the franchise since Borderlands 3. But regardless, there's a state of play deep dive. We finally get to see proper gameplay and they talk more about the game. And hopefully this is a better look than what I expect it to be. I played the Telltale Borderlands. Tales from the Borderlands, the first one, amazing game. I actually played it on stream as well. I have the game. New Tales from the Borderlands, horrible. I didn't make it past episode 2. It was that bad. And I hope it gets scratched. I hope that's not part of the lore. That needs to get completely eradicated. Completely. Literally. Every character in there, everything. Everything needs to go. Tales from the Borderlands, the first one, amazing. You don't want to see the second one. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. First one was goated. The first one is my second favorite Telltale game. My favorite Telltale game is The Walking Dead. And my second favorite one is Borderlands. Tales from Borderlands.
What use is a vault hunter?
Yeah, don't play the new one. Oh, this is the Siren, the new Siren in this game. This is the new
taking, running, and gunning
that Berserker character.
In a word.
This is probably the character I'm gonna start with. I'm either gonna start with the Siren or I'm gonna start with her. Probably her, maybe. I have to see her action skills and stuff.
Hey, him. I take that personally.
Quickly, I want to mention, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't dislike it, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Borderlands 3 engine that they use. So when Borderlands 4 was coming out, right, and they said that they're using the same engine that they used for Borderlands 3, I was kind of like, I don't know, man. Borderlands 1 and 2, and even pre-sequel, like the engine they were using, there was something like different about it. It felt a little bit more real, a little more like, I know it had more substance. Now this engine, everything is like super too detailed. So when you look at like the maps and the background in general, it looks a bit messy. It's not horrible though. But you can still kick the barrels just like in Borderlands 3. New weapons. Pet. That's the new Siren's one of her action skills where she has the pet with her. I want to play Borderlands 1, 2, and 3. I agree Borderlands 1 felt like it was yeah, and I really like that. So did Borderlands 2 as well. It changed in 3.
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
Hold on. Star-Lord? Star-Lord? I hate the Borderlands 3 villain, so trash. Yeah, they need to... This is the issue. They've gone... Borderlands was never known for its, like, super good story, yeah? But it was known to have a decent story. Whereas in looter shooters, the story is always just... it's irrelevant. Like, it's bad. But Borderlands was known to be that game with that looter shooter that had like a story that stood out in comparison to the other ones. Now this Borderlands 3 story was garbage. They need to what's the word I'm looking for here? They need to uncanon that. It's not even a word, but they need to uncanon it. That needs to not be canon anymore. But they can't. They can't. Maya's dead. Maya died in Borderlands 3. That was a fan favorite character. You know, they can't go back on that. It's cooked. They gave us Ava, Clip-Toe twins. You meet the first ever Vault Hunter. Listen, no, let me tell you how they messed up. In Borderlands 2, right? You can like find echoes and little things in the game that gives you information on like the very first ever Vault Hunter, and he sounds like this crazy, like badass, this sick character. Borderlands 3 as well, and then in Borderlands 3 in the story you actually meet him, and he's literally like he's literally a bum. Like, he's a horrible character. Yeah, he can't do anything. Like, why would they do that?
Heyo, I'm Randy Pitchford,
Anyways,
founder of Gearbox.
Yeah, like some homeless guy, literally though.
Giving you our deepest look yet at Borderlands 4. All the excitement, loot, and gnarly carnage all running on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Since creating the looter-shooter genre nearly 16 years ago, we've continued to refine the formula, delivering better loot.
What happened to Zero? Didn't play free?
Mayhem.
Zero, I believe Zero made some appearances in Borderlands 3. He was in Tulsa or Borderlands though. He was cold in Tulsa or Borderlands. He was lucky MVP. But yeah, he wasn't a playable character in Borderlands 3 at all. He wasn't playable. He's still about though. Like, he didn't die or anything.
This is hands down our best Borderlands.
Yeah, pre-sequel. That was
Claptrap.
Claptrap was in pre-sequel.
Abilities, bigger and badder enemies, and a brand new planet.
The pre-sequel had some of the best characters in there.
Feel like a total badass.
It's the perfect entry point for new players, with incredible new places and a great story. And for our longtime Borderlands fans, we're throwing back to our more grounded tone, while pushing gameplay ahead further than ever before. This is the culmination of years of
pre-sequel is the third one.
Studios. So enough
It
talk.
goes Borderlands 1,
This
Borderlands 2, and then
is
the
Borderlands
pre-sequel.
4.
Borderlands is an unforgiving sci-fi universe where life is cheap and guns are plentiful. You play as a Vault Hunter, a badass mercenary with powerful abilities called action skills.
Today I'm playing as Vex, our new siren.
Vex, a new
She
siren.
wields supernatural phase energy to devastating effect. She can use that energy to empower herself, or channel it to conjure deadly minions that fight alongside her.
She's a necromancer type of siren.
And because everything's better
Like a
in co-op,
necromancer.
I'm joining as Rafa, a former TDR soldier who wears an experimental exosuit. He can digistruct an arsenal of weapons,
He's all about
like the
TDR?
razor-sharp arc knives.
Okay.
These are two of our 4 new Vault Hunters.
The melee build might be the thing that gets me playing that character
Borderlands
though.
4 takes place on Kairos, an all-new planet steeped in conflict. For thousands of years, the Timekeeper kept the planet hidden, controlling its inhabitants with bolts, cybernetic implants fused to their spines. Anyone who stepped out of line was brutally crushed by his army of synthetic soldiers known as the Order.
That is until 6 years ago when Elpis showed up. This rogue moon was teleported away from Pandora at the end of Borderlands 3
By Lilith.
by the legendary Vault Hunter Lilith.
Yep.
When it reappeared across the galaxy, it crashed into the protective veil around Kairos. The results were devastating. A planet-wide cataclysmic event that disrupted the Timekeeper's perfect order.
Now people all across Kairos have started rising up, some even ripping out their bolts, and chunks of their brain along with it.
Here it comes!
That's the situation our Vault Hunters have crash-landed into. A planet.
Did Lilith die? I don't remember. They made us think she died, but I don't think she did. In this game, you're apparently looking
As
for
you
her.
explore, You'll meet a cast of
You're
incredible
apparently looking
characters.
for her in this game, so I'm guessing
Fan
she must
favorites
be
return,
alive.
like Zane and Moxie.
She better be alive, I can't lie. If Lilith dies, that means Maya's dead, Lilith's dead, Roland dies in Borderlands 2, Maya dead, Lilith dead, Roland dead. They're killing off all the fan favorites, bro. And a lot of people don't like these new characters. I don't really care about Zane, I'm not gonna lie. Moxie's a fan favorite, everyone likes Moxie. Like, Zane's alright, but even Amara, the Siren in Borderlands 3, the weakest Siren out of all of them. Not like strength-wise, just character-wise. Just not it.
You'll also meet new friends like Rush.
And as always, Claptrap is along for the ride.
Last but not least is Echo 4. This helpful drone follows you everywhere. Hacking or
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Destiny. Where you have that drone in Destiny, follows you everywhere, opens routes, tells you where to go, all of those things. That's that Destiny 2 drone, what was in Destiny 1 and 2.
order tech, scanning the environment.
Scanning
and
environment,
helping guide you to
that's
objectives.
Destiny. That's literally Destiny.
But enough of all that. Let's get into the game.
I don't really like that they've done that.
Thanks to our improved logic.
Bro, even this outfit this character has on with the helmet is like, it looks like a Destiny character, bro.
It's easier than ever to join up with your friends on the fly.
See, now the Siren looks calm. That's a Borderlands character. That doesn't look anything like it, but Hunter class, yeah.
And with full crossplay at launch, you can play with your friends on any platform.
A full crossplay at launch. Okay.
Today, we're venturing into Terminus Range, a frigid, mountainous region.
This is just one of the 4 zones on Kairos that you can seamlessly explore. There's next to no loading time, just endless looting and shooting mayhem.
For our current mission, we need to break into a secret black site located deep in the mountains. One of the Timekeeper's generals, Vile Lichter.
Alright, I want to mention something real quick. If you look at the bottom left, it says 24. The number 24, and it has obviously the meter going up. That's your XP meter for like leveling up. I'm not sure how I feel about it being there, man. Like, I feel like it was kind of part of Borderlands' identity to just have it in the middle, bottom middle, to just follow your level. I'm gonna have to get used to that. That's a change. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Has been conducting grotesque experiments on locals. It's up to us.
Yeah,
to
it's
stop
small, but it's like, you know, like...
All right, let's get moving. Here I'm using Glide, one of our new movement abilities. Along with dash, double jump, climbing, and point grapple, these make getting around more fun. And add
Now, here's one thing I want to
top.
talk about too. This...
As you traverse, you'll uncover a vast and beautiful world. And to bring Kairos to life, we've introduced dynamic weather and events, so you constantly have new things to discover.
This movement literally just it looks like Destiny movement mixed in with Borderlands the pre-sequel movement. And it would be good if it felt fast. It looks very slow, like you're in space, the same way you were like in space in the pre-sequel. And one thing I didn't like about that game, you were constantly just like, like slow. Like, look at this.
Vast and beautiful world. And to bring Kairos to life, we've introduced dynamic weather and events, so you constantly have new things to discover.
There's also plenty of local wildlife.
The wall running,
like these Cratch.
the wall climbing's cool. I like being able to wall climb.
Here we've come across a silo.
Yeah, because in pre-sequel you're
activities
literally in
Borderlands 4.
space, though. You're
You'll
actually
naturally
like gravity.
discover short gameplay experiences like this all across Kairos. There's no need to pick up a mission first. These are auto-granted and tracked on your HUD.
Silos house old, decommissioned order tech that you can hijack for the Crimson Resistance.
With the help of Echo 4, we'll hack into their network and release the communications balloon.
The mission on the top left says meet with Amara. That's the Siren in Borderlands 3. But she's like a NPC character you interact with in this game.
Now that we're in charge, we can fast travel to the silo. And as a bonus, it's revealed the approximate location of a vault key fragment. We can collect these fragments to unlock a hidden vault, a high-level dungeon with challenging combat and serious loot.
Let's get after it.
See what I mean? Look at this. I don't like this in Borderlands. Like, we're not on the moon. I know pre-sequel we're on the moon and in space and all that, bro. Like, and because the map is so big, it just feels airy. Like, it feels like I could yawn. Looking at this, I could yawn. I could I could yawn. Like, it's just, you don't get what I'm saying? It don't look far. It's not fast paced.
You can zip line up and take off.
It looks very slow. Like, look. Imagine traveling like this. This is faster than just walking there, right? Because you're actually taken to the skies. But it's very, very like having to see this all the time, trying to travel from place to place like this.
And if that's not fast enough for you,
it doesn't look fun at all. It's a little lazy and doesn't look fun, bro.
Just hop on.
Yeah, I'll just hop on my vehicle then, cause it's just like
boost and get rolling.
It's not fun. It's not interactive.
Paint job and even how it handles.
And here's another thing: the maps are looking even more open world than what it was before with Borderlands before, and I don't like that because the world feels empty. There's nothing going on there. It's just space. Like, just so much space. No enemies around. It's just space, bro. And that's not how the Borderlands maps were designed before. It's very airy now. There's nothing really going on. Why do vehicles look floaty as well? That's what I'm saying.
You best believe.
Again, that's that Destiny. That's that Destiny thing.
It has guns.
Now look. So much space. There's nothing going on in this world.
You'll encounter a host of dynamic events, from order patrols to world bosses. There's always.
There you go. We've got something going on. We've got people. Like in previous Borderlands games, sometimes you will want to walk to another area, even if it's far away, just so you can level up on the way. Now you're just going to be constantly in your vehicle, because of how big the maps are, and there's not a lot going on. I've not seen all the maps, but looking at this, I'm not a fan of the structure of this map.
Alright, we're coming up on an order outpost. Let's see the new movement abilities in action.
Gameplay.
Chaining our new traversal abilities together makes combat more dynamic than ever. You can dash in.
Sorry, I have to. Look at this slide, man. The slide feels sluggish. What is this slide?
Abilities together makes combat more dynamic than ever.
That slide feels so slow, and then when you come out of the slide, you're like, nah, man, why can't they just make the slide smooth and fast, like an actual slide, like.
You can dash in and out of melee attacks, dodge projectiles.
I'm not the only one that thinks this looks like a little bit slow and sluggish, like. See? I like this. You see that right there? What did he use? That grapple? What's that? You see this leap right here? This was quick. This is the type of movement speed I like. Right? This speed right here. Watch this. See that? That's fast. That's some. Why can't the slide go at that speed? When you slide, why can't it go at that? No, it doesn't have to be that range. But when you slide, why can't it be that speed? Like, you know what I mean? Even the way the enemies attack you, it's like it's slow motion. Look at what the enemy does. Look at the jump. Look. It's like everything is slowed down. Why is it slowed down? Why is it slow? Is there zero gravity on this planet as well? Like, what's going on? Look. I just think the whole tempo of the game is looking slow. The grapple's cool. See the grapple speed. I like that.
Now I know that there's
That's the only thing that looks fast.
But we've got a mission to get back to. Let's pull out Echo 4 to show us where to go.
Yeah.
We're meeting up with none other than the Tigra Partali herself.
They could have even made
She's a former
the sprinting
Vulcan
speed
and a
faster.
tribe
Like,
executed from Borderlands
let us sprint faster.
She came to Kairos in search of Lilith.
See, there goes that hover again. The glide, you jump, and now you're watching a cutscene until you fall down. I don't like how that feels. I don't like how that feels.
Don't you whine at me, Hermes. We'll play in a moment, huh?
It feels so airy, so empty.
So for a few weeks, and the next thing you know, you're having full conversations with animals.
It feels so empty, man.
You don't use security like that unless you've got something to hide. This must be the path to the black side.
This game might need dry rush. It's gonna be the only game that needs dry rush, but I can't lie. This game might actually need dry rush.
Please, be my guest.
Come, let's throw some light on this
Amara.
side of his. This place is crawling with creeps. Clear them out.
Look, even looking at the other player slide, the slide is so slow, it covers no ground.
This place is crawling with creeps. Clear them out.
Apex would have slid all the way across to the floor, all the way to those railings back there, bro. It would have gone all the way down in the game of Apex. Bro, what is it slide?
Clear them out.
It doesn't go nowhere.
Co-op has always been at the heart of Borderlands, and we put a ton of work into making it better than ever. Our improved lobby was just the start. You can also set your own campaign difficulty independently of the rest of the party. This way, everyone can tune the experience to their liking.
And you don't have to worry about loot ninjas stealing your drops, as loot is always instanced for each player. Plus, if you ever get split up, you can easily fast travel to your friends.
Yeah, the
Two-player
dog.
split screen returns so you can enjoy couch
Yeah,
co-op.
she has like a pet.
Regardless of how you play, we just want you to be able to hang with your buddies and have a great time.
What the hell is that?
Also, I know this is a presentation or whatever, but I'm seeing frame drops, so I hope it's not going to be like that when the game drops, because Borderlands are known to be dropping, and unreleased, the game is like be dropping frames and have all types of issues.
Everyone else heard the talking creep, right?
Tim feels like the product of Lictor's twisted mind. Another of his experiments. If he's doing this to creeps, I shudder to think what he's doing to Lilith. We need to get inside. That air vent. Let's check it out.
Best thing about this game so far is literally the grapple.
Hermes is really creeped out in here. Not me, obviously. Hermes.
Now that we're in the black site, let's take a moment to talk about loot.
Dude.
In Borderlands 4, each piece of gear comes from one of 8 manufacturers with their own characteristics and trademarks. There's Jacobs, with crit-friendly black powder weapons.
Yep, I like Jacobs. I've always liked Jacobs.
Vladoff, who solve lower accuracy.
I've always liked Vladoff as well.
The toss to reload TDR.
I've never been a big fan of TDR weapons.
With
Every time I play Borderlands games, I don't use TDR as much.
We also have 3 new ones. The Order, with powerful
also, there's a new weapon.
Blast, fully auto rippers.
Rippers and
reliable, easy to use Daedalus, which can
Order.
use multiple ammo types.
But that's just the start.
Okay.
We've introduced an all-new licensed parts system. This allows for behaviors and abilities from multiple manufacturers to spawn in a single weapon. For instance, this flat-off assault rifle features a Torg mag, Hyperion shield.
See, this is
and a
interesting.
One elemental switch.
So you couldn't do that before. So weapons can have different manufacturers. So you can have like multiple different parts from different like from the different manufacturers in one gun. It's like you could have a Vladov barrel with a like Mali one mag. Like, it's crazy.
Features a Torg mag, Hyperion shield, and a Mali 1 elemental switch.
Yeah.
Meaning it shoots fast and explodes things. The higher the rarity, the more parts that can randomly
I think that's gonna be
creating
crazy.
wilder and wilder loot.
And that's before even getting into alt fire modes, underbarrels, and elemental damage.
The possibilities are
One thing I want to mention, I don't like the sound of the guns. Ever since Borderlands 3 came, I don't like the sound the guns make. It's like you're shooting like, I don't know.
Underbarrels and elemental damage.
I don't like the sound these guns make.
Possibilities are truly endless.
To support playing with your favorite manufacturer, we've added enhancements. This new type of gear replaces artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers. Take my current enhancement. It adds a kill bonus to all guns with deadless parts, along with more reload speed and critical damage.
Okay.
This lets you min-max your build around your favorite manufacturer, immediately turning just okay guns
Enhancement
into
sounds cool.
amazing weapons.
Finally, we've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot across the game. We've
Thank
worked hard to
God.
make sure all our gear
Thank
feels better than
God.
ever, while also making rarity
Thank
matter
God.
again. This makes for our most...
Thank God, bro. What ruined Borderlands 3 for me over everything, over literally everything, what ruined Borderlands 3 for me was the fact that legendary items dropped way too frequently. Legendaries didn't feel like legendaries. They felt like just any piece of gear. To the point where my very first playthrough, by the end of the game, my whole inventory was just legendaries. When I played Borderlands 2, I can do an entire playthrough of the main story mode and have 0 legendaries. Like 0. Until I beat the warrior at the end and maybe get one from him. So, yeah. They need to tone down. You shouldn't be getting legendaries often at all.
satisfying loot chase ever. And at the top of everything are legendaries. These have always had unique effects that you won't...
What made legendaries so good in Borderlands 1, 2,
But in Borderlands 3, they
even
drop too
pre-sequel,
often.
was the fact that you
Not only
don't
value
see them a lot.
legendaries, it
So
makes
when you do
everything
see them,
feel
it's
less
special.
valuable. In our new system, not only do all guns feel great, but now legendaries will truly be special events. We've added the magic back to our loot chase, and we know you'll love grinding all that great gear on Kairos.
What's this gun? This gun looks like
But
a
let's get
legendary.
back to combat so I can show you my favorite thing, Ordnance. This is the new gear slot.
See
for
how
me.
even
So I can show you
falling,
my favorite thing.
there's some type of gravity thing going. I don't know what the gravity is like on whatever planet they're on, but like it's slow. Look at this, bro.
Ordnance. This is the new gear slot
Why
for
is it
grenades
slow?
and heavy weapons like rocket launchers. Instead of
I've never
taking
been a
out
fan
the
of like
ammo,
space
Ordnance
atmosphere
now has
in
cooldown time.
games
No more saving the
because
big
it makes
guns for boss
everything
fights.
slow.
Now you can blow stuff up as often as you want.
You just stuck to the ground more. I wouldn't be against that, honestly.
Before we go
425.
further, let's talk a little bit about action skills. Every Vault Hunter has a set of 3 unique action skills. These are class-defining abilities with devastating effects. Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts. But let's switch it up to Phase Familiar and pull out Trouble. As you can see, each action skill
I like the fact that the
has
name
a
of it
skill
is
tree,
Trouble.
giving you more
Trouble's
build
the
freedom than ever before. On top of passive skills, you can further customize action skills with augments and capstones. These are socketed enhancements that add new behaviors and functions to your action skill.
Different builds completely change how combat plays out, resulting in near endless freedom to experiment. You can swap unlock augments or capstones on the fly, or completely respec your skill trees at hubs around Kairos.
This gives us a chance to talk about traits. Each Vault Hunter has a unique passive ability called a trait. For Vex, her action skills attune to the element of her equipped weapon. So by swapping guns, I can change Trouble's damage from kinetic to
This is
shock,
sick.
fire, or any other element.
This is sick. You switch weapon and whatever your element is on that weapon, Trouble changes to it. That's actually mad good.
Let's see where this vent takes
That's
us.
mad good.
Gods. Are those?
The mission says find Lilith. So Lilith must still be alive, right? Unless we're just gonna find her dead body.
Test tubes?
Oh my god, I can't get over the slide, bro. Look at the slides. It's so slow and it goes nowhere. The slide isn't snappy, man. I swear Call of Duty has a better slide than this, bro. Like, it's sad. What is that slide? Oh, Trouble. I like the design of Trouble. I like the way Trouble looks.
I'm down, but thankfully our fight for your life mechanic makes a return. Of course, I could have avoided it in the first place if I had just used my ref kit. This new piece of gear provides health and other buffs, like temporarily boosting my element.
I'm gonna tell you now, if there's a, which there probably will be, if there's a build, if there's a skill tree which focuses a lot on movement speed, that's where I'm gonna be at. If there's a movement speed skill tree where I can buff my movement speed per kill, for walking, per whatever, I'm going for that. I want to be fast in this game. I want to be quick.
Metal damage, rate of fire, or movement speed.
I want to be quick. I need movement speed in this game.
I'm almost afraid to ask what's in the tube.
Yeah, Fight for a Life is nice. Anyhow, they got rid of Fight for a Life, the game would be cooked, man. That is Borderlands.
By the way, if you're looking to experience the story again or just grind for loot, we've added full mission and boss replay. That's right. No more save loading to run bosses.
This is good. This is a really good change.
And use Moxie's big encore
I like this
machine
change.
to spawn another run.
Before, to farm enemies before, you'd had to literally quit the game, come back, so everyone respawns, and it was just long. Or come out of the area, wait a period of time, come back. Now you can literally just do it in game and just reset everything.
But we'll talk more about endgame later. For now, let's
What's
go
that?
ahead and show you something truly badass. In Borderlands 4, our bosses are bigger and better than ever, putting all your new skills, gear, and abilities to the ultimate test.
Whoa. Spoilers. That's enough of that for now. But we look
That's looking like a
much
Expedition
more today
33
at our
boss,
first
bro.
hands-on gameplay event.
Should have parried that.
And from everyone at Gearbox, thank you for joining us.
That's that, man. That's that. To be honest, it looks better than what I thought it was gonna look like. I just gotta get hands on now, man. I think what's gonna make me play this game is if the characters are actually fun to play. Story-wise, I think the direction they're going with the story is already better than what the Clipto twins is and what happened in Borderlands 3 story. I don't think they can do anything worse than that. So I guess that's a plus. If the characters are fun, I'll keep playing the game. I'll purchase the game regardless and try it out. But yeah, if the characters are fun and the skill trees are fun, I'll play the game. Hopefully end game's good as well. If the end game's trash, people are not going to play, man. These games are all about the end game content and how you can keep us playing after we've completed everything. You know, and if we need True Valhalla mode, we need Ultimate Valhalla mode, potentially, we need all of that. People need to want to play the game more than just one playthrough. They need a reason to keep playing after that. I hope they don't take a crazy amount of time with DLC content and extra content as well, because the Borderlands community finishes everything very quickly. They finish everything very quickly. And if there's nothing left to do, they're gonna venture after something else. So yeah, hopefully the game comes out good without too many issues, man. I do look forward to playing though.